All right, let's jump right in. Today we're talking about how artificial intelligence is doing a whole lot more than just powering our apps. It is literally leaping off our screens and starting to fundamentally reshape our world.
I mean, this isn't some far-off sci-fi movie anymore. AI is here, right now, moving from movie plots to a tool that's rewriting everything. From the commercials we see, to the cars on our streets, to the very code of life itself.
And there's no clearer sign of this huge shift than the Super Bowl, right? This is where the world's biggest brands spent millions upon millions of dollars to bring AI into the mainstream conversation.
And what's fascinating is how each tech giant pitched it. They're all carefully trying to frame AI to win us over. You've got Meta, showing AI in Oakley glasses, making it part of an active, on-the-go lifestyle. Then there's Amazon, using a famous actor to make its AI feel like a helpful, friendly companion in your home. And Google, they're positioning their AI, Gemini, as this creative partner that helps you but doesn't replace you.
So you can see the strategy here, it's pretty clear. Make AI feel familiar, totally normal, and indispensable. It's your workout buddy, your friendly home assistant, or your creative muse. The end goal is the same across the board. Just normalize AI and kind of calm everyone's fears about a super intelligent future by showing it's just a helpful tool.
But here's the thing, AI isn't just staying in our homes or on our phones. Not at all. It is hitting the road and moving into the real physical world in a big way.
And Uber is betting big on this. They've announced this massive expansion of their autonomous robotaxi network. By 2026, the plan is to be operating in 15 new cities around the globe. We're talking major hubs like Madrid, Hong Kong, and Dubai. This is going to make self-driving cars a part of daily life for millions of people.
Which, of course, brings up the multi-billion-dollar question. Sure, a car can follow a map, that's the easy part. But how in the world do you teach it to handle all the crazy, unexpected stuff? A sudden flash flood, a deer darting across the highway, or a construction zone that just popped up overnight?
Well, the secret sauce is something called a world model. And Google DeepMind's Genie 3 is a perfect example. It's an AI that can generate these incredibly realistic, interactive virtual worlds just based on a simple command. You should think of it less like a video game and more like a hyper-realistic flight simulator, but for other AIs. It's a digital sandbox where they can learn about our world safely.
So here's how it works. First, the robotaxis are out there in the real world, just capturing tons of data with their sensors. Then, Genie 3 takes all that info and spins up endless virtual scenarios, every possible what-if you can imagine. This lets the AI driver practice for all those rare, high-risk events. It's basically experiencing a lifetime of driving in just a fraction of the time, which dramatically speeds up its safety training. And this ability to simulate and understand really complex systems, it's not just for cars. It's now being aimed at problems that have stumped scientists for decades, cracking the fundamental codes of science itself. So get this, an AI from a company called Axiom Math did something that's never been done before. It tackled a math problem humans just couldn't solve, and it generated a completely new proof. But, and this is the really crucial part, it then verified its own work. It showed its reasoning just like a human mathematician would. That's a huge step towards true AI collaboration in science.
You know, science has been facing a similar kind of brick wall with our own DNA. For years, we only understood about 2% of it, the part that codes for proteins. The other 98%, we nicknamed it the dark matter of our genome because it held the keys to countless diseases, but we just had no way to read it.
And this is where the next giant leap is happening. Think of it like this. The Human Genome Project gave us the book of life. It spelled out all the letters for us. But DeepMind's new AI, AlphaGenome, is finally acting as our translator. It's helping us understand what the words in that book actually mean. By predicting what happens when just a single genetic letter changes, it's opening the door to understanding and maybe even treating diseases that have been a total mystery for generations.
So, as AI masters our roads and starts to decipher our biology, it brings us to what is maybe the most important question of all. What does this incredibly fast evolution of intelligence mean for us, for humanity?
Well, the philosopher Gunduz Vasaf is offering a bit of a warning. He argues that social media has already replaced real-world connection with these digital networks, and it's created a lot of isolation. So as AI gets even more woven into our lives, he believes the only antidote is to double down on genuine, face-to-face human interaction.
And historian Yuval Noah Harari raises an even deeper concern. He worries that the next generation might form their primary emotional bonds with AI. Why?
Well, simply because an AI companion can be programmed to never criticize you, never reject you. It offers this frictionless alternative to messy, complex, and ultimately far more rewarding human relationships.
So, what do we do? How do we prepare for a future like that? Harari's advice is to really focus on what makes us uniquely human. We need to build up our emotional intelligence, learn a wide variety of skills, and actually engage with the physical world, all the things AI can't easily replicate. The goal isn't to try and compete with AI, but to make sure it always remains a tool that is firmly under our control.
Which really just leaves us with this final thought. As machines get better and better and better at the tasks that we used to define as intelligence, it forces us to ask a much deeper question. What parts of our experience, our creativity, our empathy, our connection to each other, what parts are truly uniquely human? Thanks for joining us.